Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the Liberty Falls Easter egg guide. Let's get straight into it. For step 1, you're going to want to work your way to the motel in the spawn location. Once you get upstairs, the zombies are going to bust through the door. Once you go inside, you're going to see the jet gun build table. We're going to keep that in mind for later. Alright, for step 2, you're going to want to work your way over to the bowling alley. Alright, once you're inside, you want to work your way to the right side of the lanes. There's going to be a panel on the wall. You want to shoot that panel. It's going to uncover a water gauge system. Now you need to look for a spigot knob. Alright, in order to locate the knob, you want to work your way into the center of the map. There's going to be a flower shop. Once you get to the flower shop, there's going to be a spigot on the side of the building. You're going to interact with that spigot and you're going to pick up the knob. Once you get the knob, you want to work your way back to the water gauge system. Once you interact with it, it's going to put the knob on it. You're going to interact with it again. It's going to start turning the knob. You're going to increase the water pressure and it's going to take quite a while. And while doing this, there's going to be a bunch of zombies that spawn. Once you're done, the water pressure gauge is going to pop off the wall. You want to pick that up and we can move on to the next step. For this step, you want to open up the church. Once you open up the door, you're going to want to work your way inside. There's going to be a machine on the right side of the building. You're going to want to interact with that machine and the screen's going to flash white. Now you've pretty much started the main Easter egg quest. Alright, for the next step, you want to head outside to the graveyard. Once you get to the graveyard, you're going to want to skip a round or so ahead until you see a random zombie walking around. That's going to be the groundskeeper. You're going to want to kill him and he's going to drop a Toolshed Key. Once you pick up the key, you want to work your way behind the house that's next to the graveyard. There's going to be a shed around back. You want to open up the shed with the key. Once you open it up, there's going to be a handbrake sitting on the table. You want to pick that up and we can move on to the next step. Alright, for this next step, you want to skip ahead a few rounds so you get a Mangler spawn. Once you get a Mangler spawn, you want to shoot his cannon arm off. Once you shoot his arm off, he should drop the cannon. Once you pick that up, you want to work your way to the radio house. Once you get to the radio house, which is on the other side of the comic book store, you're going to use the cannon to blast open the front door. Once you blast open the front door, you're going to enter in the shop and there's going to be scrap piles that you're going to want to dig through. Eventually, once you dig through the right scrap pile, you're going to find the electrical wires for the jet gun. You're going to pick those up and then work your way back to the motel. Once you get back to the motel room that has the jet gun build table, you're going to want to interact with that table and finally build the jet gun. Once you've built the jet gun, now you can move on to the next step. For this step, we're going to be locating 3 parts that we're going to be sucking up with the jet gun. The first part is going to be located in the comic book store in the ceiling. You're going to want to work your way to the center of the room, climb over the table, and then use the jet gun to suck the part in. The second part location is going to be located just above Speed Cola in the window. You're going to want to climb on the roof, jump on top of the bus, look towards the window, and then use the jet gun to suck the part through the window. For the third part, you're going to want to work your way back into the church. You want to head to the right side. You're going to look up and behind you. There's going to be a floating part. You're going to use the jet gun to suck up that part. Once you have all 3 LTG parts, you're going to want to work your way to the bank, which is in the middle of the map. You want to head on the roof, and there's going to be a buildable table. You're going to interact with that table and build the LTG. Once you get the LTG, you want to work your way back to the graveyard. There's going to be an Aether Storm that you've seen previously. You want to place that device right underneath it, and it's going to start a little zombie trial. The goal for this trial is to prevent the zombies from going inside of it and destroying the portal. So you got to defend it for a solid minute or so, and once you're done, the portal is going to expand, and then it's going to spawn a mini boss. Now in my case, my mini boss was a Mangler, but it also can be an abomination. But once that mini boss spawns in, you want to get him low health, roughly like 5% HP if you can. Once you get your mini boss down to 5% health, you're going to want to work your way back into the church. There's going to be a canister in that device that you activated earlier. You're going to pick up that canister and then work your way down the road. Once you work your way down the road, there's going to be an electrical trap that you can activate just normally. You're going to go over to one of the trap ends and place the canister in the very middle. Once you've done that, you want to lure your boss over the trap. Once he gets close enough, you want to activate it. Then once he's inside of that trap, you want to kill him, which that canister is going to suck up his soul essence inside of it. Once the canister is charged, you want to pick that up and then head back into the church and then place your canister inside the device. Next, the machine is going to give you a Strauss counter. You're going to want to pick that up and then start looking for 3 projectors. The first projector is going to be located outside of Liberty Lanes. You're going to use the Strauss counter to see what frequency range you're in that location. For this specific task, you're going to be reversing the frequency of the devices. So whatever frequency it tells you, you want to reverse it. So in this case, mine was red. You want to turn it to green. The second projector is going to be located behind the toolshed house. In my case, mine was yellow. You can't reverse the yellow frequency, so you just keep it there. The third projector is going to be located on the bank roof. There's going to be a jump down buyable wall. You're going to hit that. Once you open it up, you're going to see the projector down below. In my case, my frequency was green, which is the last one, so you got to reverse the polarity to red. Once you finish reversing this frequency, all three projectors are going to sync up and actually shoot the canister that's in the spawn location. After like 15 seconds, the canister is going to unlock and you can go over there and pick it up. Once you pick up the canister, there's going to be a trap located in the spawn area. You're going to place the canister on one of the trap ends, just like the previous step. Now you're going to work your way back to the graveyard and pick up the LTG device. Once you pick up the device, you're going to work your way to the radio house. There's going to be another Aether Rift portal that's going to be to the right of it. You're going to place down the device and do the same exact steps as before. Once you finish defending the portal, you're going to have another mini boss spawn. It could be another Mangler, but in my case, it was an Abomination. So you're going to do the same thing, get the Abomination down to 5% health, and then lure him over to the trap. Once you kill him with the trap activated, the soul is going to go inside the canister. You're going to take the canister back to the church and put it inside the device. That's pretty much all the steps for the main Easter egg. Now all you do is interact with the device inside the church. But before you do that, I recommend at least getting a Pack-a-Punch level 2 gun. You don't need it necessarily, but it is recommended. Now there's going to be 3 phases to the boss fight. Technically, that's what I like to call it. The first wave is going to be normal zombies with a couple normal manglers. You're going to take out those zombies, you're going to take out the manglers, and then you're going to have a little break period. For phase 2, the zombies are going to pick back up again after a while. Then you're going to have a mini boss mangler spawn, which is going to be the red guy. That's when you know that it's the boss mangler. You're going to have to take out the zombies, and you're also going to have to take out him. He does have a lot of extra health compared to the regular manglers, so I do recommend using the jet gun blast ability. It does a lot of damage close up to the mangler and all the rest of the zombies, but I recommend using that, waiting, charging it back up, and using it over and over. Once you kill the mini boss, you're going to get a max ammo, and then after a while, you're going to go on to phase 3. For phase 3, it's going to be the same exact thing as phase 2, but instead of a mangler boss, it's going to be an abomination boss. There's still going to be a lot of zombies around you. You're going to kill them. The abomination is going to be a little bit tougher, but not necessarily. The only difficult part is dodging his laser beams that he shoots out of his mouth. I still recommend using the jet gun blast ability, which will do nice damage close up to the abomination. But like I said, if you do have a Pack-a-Punch level 2 weapon and you shoot him in the mouth, it will do massive damage as well. Once you kill this second mini boss, that is pretty much it. You will get knocked down to the ground and you'll think you messed up and you screwed up the Easter egg, but no, that's intentional. The game did it itself, and enjoy the cutscene.
Alpha team, how copy? Somebody tell me what just happened. Any station this net, what is your status? Thanos, you've heard them, I swear.
No interruptions for this next part.
Thank you, my friends, for volunteering to take my place here. Or, in your parlance, thank you for being voluntold. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a few scores to settle. Bye-bye, Dark Ether.